Hey everyone, welcome back to Booga Buggie Kid Stories. In today's episode, Fifer moves into Elon's room and Elon helps build a bunk bed so they can share the same room. But Booga Buggie has special plans for that bunk bed. Alright, let's see what happens in today's silly Booga Buggie story. Elon and Fifer were so excited. Today was a big day. Fifer was going to move out of her crib and into Elon's room. But it was even more special than that. In order for Fifer to sleep in Elon's room, they needed to build a new bunk bed. Elon, Mom, and Dad, and Fifer had picked out the bunk bed a few weeks before, and today they were going to build it together, set it up, get their bed all ready, and then sleep in it tonight. Fifer was extra excited to no longer sleep in her crib, and they needed to do this soon because a new baby was on the way. So, Elon and Dad unpacked that bunk bed, and they got their drills and screwdrivers out, and they got to work. It was a little bit tricky, but good thing they had instructions that they followed. And they were building and building and building, and it took quite a while. And as they were building, Mom and Fifer got all their new bedding ready for that bunk bed. They had almost finished, and everyone was getting so excited to sleep in their new bunk bed. They had put the finishing touches on it, and then they put on their covers, their new sheets, and pillowcases, and got everything set up, and it looked so cozy for that night. It had taken them most of the day to set it up, so it was actually dinner time by the time they had finished everything. So they took a quick break to go have some yummy dinner before it was off to bed. While they were having that delicious dinner, Booga Buggie was watching from outside the window and saw the whole thing. He thought this would be the perfect opportunity to use his new special machine that he had built, which was a portal machine which transported you into another world. So Booga Buggie opened that window and sneakily got inside Fifer and Elon's room. He climbed up the bed. He climbed up that bunk bed to where Elon was going to sleep that night, and he attached this portal machine to the top bunk. Mom and Dad had put Fifer to bed early in the bottom bunk because she was a little bit smaller than Elon and younger, so she went to bed earlier. And then Mom and Dad and Elon read a book outside in the living room together before Elon went to bed. Then he brushed his teeth and got all ready in his pajamas. And then Elon ran into his room, crawled up his new bunk bed ladder, and his dad and mom were in there. And when he went to his top bunk, it kind of looked like Elon just went straight to sleep. But to Elon, as soon as he got to that top rung on the ladder and crawled into his new bed, all of a sudden, Elon looked around and everything was so different. He could barely recognize the place. As he looked around, he saw something very strange that he had seen before. And what he noticed was everything was made of Lego. All of his house, even his bunk bed, his pillow and sheets were made of Lego. He looked down and all of his toys were made of Lego. And he didn't see his mom and dad anymore. So he quickly got out of bed because he was so startled by everything changing into Lego that he crawled down the ladder and he ran outside to tell Mom and Dad, but they weren't there. They weren't anywhere to be seen, and neither was Fifer. He was really confused. And off in the distance in his backyard in that plum tree, he saw Booga Buggie with his binoculars looking at Elon, and he thought Booga Buggie might have something to do with this. But he was so curious with all the Lego he kept looking around, and then he actually started to build some Lego. He didn't feel tired anymore at all. And Elon was loving it in this new Lego world. A few hours had gone by, and Elon had made his bed into a huge castle room. He had added so many different secret doors that led into all sorts of other really fun rooms. One of the fun rooms that Elon had built out of Lego was a swimming pool room, and Elon quickly put on his bathing suit and went for a dip and floated around for a while. And when he got tired of swimming, he went to his other secret door and opened up a race car room where there was lots of Lego race cars that he had also built. And Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc were there, famous F1 drivers. And Elon raced them around a fun Lego race car track. And because Elon had built that Lego race car track, he was faster than Lewis, Max, and Charles. So after he won the race, he went back into his room and into another secret door that led to an underwater station room where he was in a really crazy submarine at the bottom of the ocean. That was a research station studying all sorts of different sharks and stingrays and octopus. And that was lots of fun. And he put on scuba gear and was swimming around. And after that room, he went into his next and last secret room, which was an outer space room. When he opened the door, he was on the moon. But good thing he had a Lego space outfit that he put on. And he had a moon vehicle to drive around and a moon station to hang out and have some food there. The other really exciting thing about this new world that Elon was in was that all of the food was made of either candy or ice cream. So for breakfast in this new world, Elon had a huge bowl of ice cream with all sorts of sprinkles on it. It was delicious. Mom and Dad never let Elon have ice cream for breakfast before. And then for lunch, Elon had a candy salad with all sorts of different candies. Candy watermelon, some gummy worms, gummy bears, all sorts of things. It was delicious. And then for dinner, Elon had an ice cream pizza called a Treatza pizza and a Slurpee for his drink. It was so good and it filled him up. And in this new world, those things were actually good for you somehow. So by the end of the day, when Elon was finished at the outer space station, he started to get a little bit sleepy, and so he went back to his bunk bed to take a little nap. And as soon as he fell asleep on his bed, all of a sudden, instantly he woke up again and he was back into the real world. He saw Fifey in the bunk bed below, and she was still sleeping. So he crawled out, and it was actually morning time, and Elon was super confused. So he walked out and he saw his mom and dad getting breakfast ready for him. But it was almost as if he had just eaten and finished that ice cream Treatza pizza and Slurpee, and so he had no room for his cereal. It was really strange. It must not have been a dream if he was still full. So later in the day, Elon asked his parents, "Hey, Mom and Dad, can I have a nap?" His parents looked at each other, and that was really odd. Elon never has naps anymore. But if you're tired, sure, you can go have a nap. But Elon didn't want to have a nap. No, Elon wanted to go back into this Lego world with ice cream and treats. So he climbed up his bunk bed to have a nap. And as soon as he got to his top rung and climbed into his bed, he was transported through the portal back into the Lego and candy world. So this time, Elon got to work and he built a humongous pirate ship. And on all the streets in front of his house, he changed them from a Lego road to a Lego ocean. And he set off sailing on a huge pirate adventure because he thought that would be pretty fun to do in the Lego world. And as he was sailing, he saw another ship off in the distance, and he thought that was a little strange because he thought he was the only one in Legoland. But as he got closer, he got out his telescope, and guess who it was? Yeah, you're right. It was Booga Buggie. Booga Buggie was in another pirate ship sailing around, and oddly enough, Booga Buggie was coming straight for Elon as fast as he could. Elon had to swerve out of the way in his pirate ship. And what they decided to do was have a huge pirate ship battle out on the ocean. They got their Lego cannons ready and packed them with Lego cannonballs. They were bunking into each other and splashing everywhere, and it was lots of fun. But all of a sudden, Booga Buggie shot another cannonball, and it went way over top of Elon, so far all the way back to Elon's house, and it actually smashed right into the bunk bed. And all of a sudden, instantly, Elon and Booga Buggie heard a huge noise, and they were sucked back out of the Lego world into the real world. But I think something was still wrong, Elon thought to himself. Half of everything in the real world is made of Lego. Half of his house, half of the bunk bed, half of his pillow. This was really weird. And when he crawled to the bunk bed to go eat some lunch that his parents were making, half of lunch was made of candy. The main stuff was still made of food, but the vegetables were all candy. This was really weird, and Elon's parents didn't think it was strange at all. It's almost as if this has always been this way. So Elon ran back to his bunk bed to see what was going on, and he climbed up to his bunk bed to see if he could get back into Legoland. And he realized that Lego cannonball, when it had smashed into the bed, it had broke that portal machine. And Booga Buggie didn't know how to fix it. So that's how they lived from now on. Half of the world was made of Lego, and all vegetables were made of candy. At least until Booga Buggie could figure out how to fix the machine. But Elon didn't want Booga Buggie to hurry anytime soon. He loved this new real world. Hey, thanks for making it through another silly Booga Buggie story, where Elon and Fifer got a bunk bed, but Booga Buggie had installed a portal to change everything into Legoland with lots of candy for food. Well, please follow along and leave a rating or review wherever you listen to your podcasts. That helps other people find these silly stories too. All right, stick around for more Booga Buggie stories coming soon. Bye for now.